bullet journals, art projects, organized planner sheet.
Well, hello and welcome to Organized Planner Chic. I'm Lucinda, and a long time ago I did a video in a traveler's notebook showing all my swatches for my art supplies. Well, I'm doing that again now. The book on the outside is the same, but I've added so many supplies since then, and I've changed the way some of it is organized. So this is a fresh experience for all of us. Also, I want to make sure you guys know that I have a new Facebook group called Organized Planner Chic Crew, and it is a special place for all of us to come together and share ideas, share our products, share our traveler's notebooks, our bullet journals, our art projects, and just be a constant community and family. And there's special goodies and membership privileges for people who are part of that group. So here is the Traveler's Notebook, which is, I think it's called a Butterfly Effects book from Jane Davenport that I got back when they first came out. The look there is still the same with the charm that I got and the elastic that I bought extra. But I have, and this was the pen holder that I made out of a clip and some fingernail polish and tape, but I'm using a different pen to hold on the outside now, which is a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen in fine point. I hope you guys can see that. To keep with me at all times, because this is an archival ink pen, and the one that I had before was not. I think it was a what is it called? Pilot G2, but you know, you can't do watercolor and different things over that and it not smear. So this archival ink means that it won't smear, and you know, it doesn't fade. It's maximum, see if you can see right there, it says maximum light fastness. I can't speak this morning. Light fastness, so it won't fade over time and so forth. All right, so that is there. And then here, so I have a bookmark that I just made from an art magazine, and I don't think I saved the artist's information on the back, unfortunately, but I thought it was so pretty, so I laminated that. Really, really, really pretty. So that's still in here. I'm just showing it to those who didn't see that last time, because that is not something that's new. And so yeah, this plastic cover from Jane Davenport I bought to go over that. It has pockets, so I really like that. All right, and this was an insert that a friend of mine made that has pockets, which is really, really pretty. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm shaking this table a little bit. All right, let's straighten out that problem. All right, sorry about that. All right, so I think everything is better now. Okay, so then here is an insert that has a pocket. Very, very pretty, a friend made for me. And then here is a really cute bookmark that I thought was just fabulous. Pretty Girls Plan, and we're all pretty. All right, okay, so here is the index. So I have different sections. This is something that is new. The sections isn't new, but having this little tab here is. And I know this one is all shiny, which, you know, is not ideal, but I ripped or had to redo one of them and taped it, so I just taped all of them so they'd all kind of look the same. But this section is for pen, marker, and highlighter. And then I have a little tab right here for one for pencil. Now I haven't done all my pencils yet, but I'll get to that later. And then there's one here for colored pencil and pastel. And then this one is for watercolor and ink, which I didn't write ink there, but I've got it right here on the tab. And then let's see. And then the last section is mixed media. All right. So, and this is just made out of leftover sticker paper and what kind of marker is that? That is a Crayola Super Tip, and then just my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen on top and some tape. Okay, so here is indexed everything that's in the marker and pen section. And last time I stopped at American Crafts Metallic, and so I added all of these other ones, and I'm going to show you all of them. And then this kind of just doodle artwork on here. I just marked when I did those things, if I did any kind of art inside here, I wrote down what type of products were used. So this was Tombow and Artist Loft dual brush markers. And then I just have a quote down here that says, "Art is the only way to run away without leaving home," by Twyla Tharp, which I think is perfect. Okay, so now I had this before. It was my Tombow dual brush color. Oops, can you see that? Dual brush pen color tracker by Tombow. And as I expressed before, the only frustration I have with this is I forget to color this in as soon as I get the markers. So I tend to use them and think, oh, I should put this in here. And then by that time, the numbers for the colors have rubbed off and I'm not sure what color they are. So I have more colors in this, probably double, but I can't read the numbers. So what I'm going to try to do again the next time that I buy some is to, go to the art store and take the ones that I have that are rubbed off that aren't marked on here and see if I can match them up. Okay, but this is a great tracker that's free from Tombow, so check that out. Okay, and then this was some art that I did using Tombow and Artist Loft, so I just put that they were used here. All right, just some tree doodles is all that is. Okay, so these markers, Joby Target color layer markers are here. I don't have any of those anymore. I think I gave them away because I didn't think they were the greatest, but they're not awful. They're supposed to color layer, but I didn't see that work all that well. But so that's what's here and all the information. The good thing about UB is that if you buy one is purchased and donated to a classroom. So that is a great idea. So they're great for classroom. And then here I've got Walmart dual tip markers. I gave those away, but you can see how they work. They're not awful. Dollar Tree double-sided markers, 8 there. Again, mostly these kind of markers just don't last that long. You might use them a few times and they're drying out. Artist Loft dual tip markers, which these are just or very similar to the Tombows. They work pretty well. They're very comparable. I don't think they last quite as long, but pretty close. And there just aren't quite as many color options, but it's a good marker. Zebra Mild Liner highlighters. I'm so glad that I inventoried this back when I did, because when we moved, my husband accidentally got rid of those and I still need to replace them, and I know exactly what colors that I have. I want to replace those exact ones, and I can look those up and order those from Amazon, which I need to hurry up and do. And this is just a little tab I stick in there from the Dollar Tree double-sided markers that I bought. Okay, and then I just love this chai spice tea. Thought it was pretty and put that in there. Okay, so these things I had before, except I've updated you to let you know that I don't have these anymore. So I don't have these Dollar Tree markers, these Walmart ones, or the UB. But if you can see here that, and if I ever wanted to pick some up while I'm out of town or something and I need some markers, I can kind of see how they work. So that's beneficial still. And this was just some fun doodling and stickers. Movie dual tip markers from Art Twin. There's one there, the Big Bright Liner erasable highlighter, and then the Big Bright Liner fluorescent highlighters. Still have all those. And then these are some doodles that are actually in some stickers from my LucindadoriPlanners Etsy shop. And then these stickers are also from my shop, and I just cut them out and stuck them on here and colored them using some Tombow and Artist Loft markers. And then here's a little, insert thingamajigam from Jane Davenport as well that this is in. And then these, last time I just had printed them and stuck some in here. So these stickers are also from my shop. There's some chore stickers. You can get them in black and white or in color. This was the black and white version. And then I used all, what are they called? Crayola super tip markers to color these in. And I think that I love the super tip markers, you guys, and you'll see them in here. That's a new addition, and me coloring this is a new addition from the last time that I used this traveler's notebook to keep track of my inventory for my art supplies, which is awesome. When I go shopping, I know exactly what I have and don't have and need. Okay, so there's that was the front. Where is that other side of this? Well, you can see where I colored it in. Can't find it. Yeah, so that's one side. And this was a sticker set in my shop as well. Gosh, I can't find the other side. There it is. It's in my shop. Okay, and then these are the regular Sharpie markers, the Sharpie Extra Fine Point, the Sharpie Ultra Fine Point, American Crafts Metallic and Silver, and then these Sharpie, I definitely added these Sharpie Fine Point pens down there. And these are in my shop also. And these were Tombow and Artist Loft. And that's the other side of, oh, missing something. Okay, so then I added quite a bit of pens in here and markers, a lot actually. I think all of this is new. Yeah. So, and some of it I think I may have had a few of them, but had never, you know, cataloged them. But most of this was new since the last time. So here I've got Staedtler Tri-Plus Fine Liner 10 pack, because I had a 24 or bigger pack before we moved, and so I got a new pack. So those, and then the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen in black, the small, fine, medium, and broad, the Pro Marks Ultra Fine 0.5 from Dollar Tree, which I really actually like those a lot. The Dollar Tree Fine Liner was not great, and it just doesn't, you see how it didn't do very well right there. The Optimist pen from Dollar Tree is actually my favorite. Just for writing, not for art, because again, these aren't archival. So you have to remember, these Dollar Tree pens will smear if you try to do watercolor over them, you know, or color some markers over them, because they're just not archival ink. And then a Dollar Tree Mini Ballpoint, which was actually a really nice writing pen. I'm just not a huge fan of ballpoint because they tend to start to, you know, skip over time. And then the Stabilo Point 88 Fine 04 are the Stabilo pens there, which I do like the Stabilo pens. I just don't like them in my bullet journal because they do bleed a lot. But the Staedtler Tri-Plus Fine Liner does not. And this is all marker paper here. And then up here I've got the Jelly Roll 08. I only have in the actual Jelly Roll brand a black and a white, but then I have an off-brand from Target, the Target Dollar Spot Jelly Roll, which is all right here, which works almost as well. Now I haven't seen them. I got those I think this summer, and I haven't seen them anywhere since then. Pilot G2, which is a good writing pen, not for art. If you're going to, you know, if you want it to not fade and last, you know, pretty much forever, but definitely good for writing. It can smear depending on what paper, and you know, you gotta let it dry for just a couple of seconds. But 07, 05, and 10 point, I had 0.38 was actually my favorite, but I've run out of that, so I didn't have it there. The Pentel pen writes awesomely well, really deep pigmentation. Again, it's not an archival pen, but it's a nice writing pen. So these came from Dollar Tree, these two colors. And then the Papermate Ink Joy Quattro primary colors, and the pastels. Again, that's a ballpoint pen, not my favorite, but I do like the colors. And I still have those pens. It was like my first planning pen. All right, quit hitting the table, Lucy. All right, there's the other side of my that drawing that I was using Tombow and Artist Loft. And then this page I've got Micron 01 and Micron 03. So I just have 103 in black, and then I have a set of a bunch of colors in 01. And I think, okay, and then I've got the Crayola Super Tips 20 count. Now I have a 50 count now that I got for my birthday, yay! And I just got that, so my birthday was just February 21st, so I need to update that. But then these are really great markers. Now, not, again, you know, this is not archival ink, but if you want to just have fun drawing and coloring and creating, and definitely in your bullet journal, it's an ideal marker that you can use. All right, I promise I'm not going to shake the table anymore from this point forward. Okay, so that's the end of that section, I believe. And that's the other pocket. I love this, all these pockets from my friend. I think Jill made me that. Okay, and there's that section. Then this was just, you know, a pretty little something I made out of some vellum paper that I thought was really pretty is in there. Okay, now this is going to be pencils. Right now I only have a couple of things on there. I don't even have all the art district pencils on here, but I am going to fill it out because even though we know that pencils come in different, what do I want to call it? They're rated by how hard they are and how dark they are, you know, with the H and the B and all the numbers and all of that stuff. But every set from each company the shade isn't exactly the same. So a 2H from one company, for example, won't necessarily have the same darkness and lightness or hardness of one from another company. So I wanted to mark those, and I haven't finished that yet. Okay, so then here, colored pencils. Do you guys notice what I did there? Someone told me that, or I've watched maybe on YouTube that with the Crayola Super Tips that they're good for practicing brush lettering, and so I was kind of doing that to make this header, and I don't know what was going on in my brain that I continued to write DEREDE, but what I meant to say, so I put this question mark. I thought it was funny. So this is for colored pencil and pastel, and so this section, these are my colored pencils from, let's see, Prismacolor Premier 24 count colored pencils there. And then the Prismacolor Premier New Pastel Firm, what does that even say? Firm Pastel Colored Sticks. Yeah, so these are pastel sticks. So if you know pastel sticks, they're dry and flaky, beautiful colors, but they get all over everything. So then I just use some clear contact paper and put it over this so that it would stay and would not ever rub off. And it's just perfect. That works out perfectly. And then right here on this side, I've got Artist Loft water soluble pastels, which, you know, they're pastels, and then you can put water, which is what I did. I just used my watercolor brush and put a little bit of water to kind of show how that looks, and it looked good. All right, and then here is some Art District pastel sticks. These are firm sticks from a drawing kit, and these are the only shades that were in there because, you know, it was really about drawing, sketching. And here at the bottom, I hope you can see that, there are some Recollections pastel crayons. All right. And then the last thing is I actually have some oil pastels that I never use. I don't know why I have them because I never use them. But I have them, and they've been sitting together, and see how some of the color is rubbed on there. So I did write it there, and I should probably use them. I don't know, but there's that. And then we go to my 50 count Crayola colored pencils, and I left room here, well, I guess here and maybe in another page where I want to get a 100 count also, so that will go in here. All right, so then I got some blank pages in that section, and another insert with pockets from Jane Davenport, and the other side of this pretty little thing made out of vellum. And then here we come to the watercolor. So watercolor, I got a quote here. Did I have a quote up here? I don't think I did, no. I think that was it for the quote so far. Did I not do any quotes up there? Okay. This one says, "The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls," by Pablo Picasso, which is awesome. Okay, so here, this was some Crayola watercolors. You know, those little 99-cent school kits, not the best watercolors in the world, but great for beginners in school. All right, then here I've got the Jane Davenport Bright palette, which I misspelled palette and tried to make it into a little flower. But I love this palette. Look at the hues, they're gorgeous. Then the Jane Davenport, I just said that, the Winsor & Newton Travel Palette, which is pretty too. It's really, really pretty, but I still really, really love that. And then probably the best one is down here at the bottom is the Reeves 24 count tubes. These are gorgeous. They're gorgeous. All right. And then back here, I've got Prismacolor Premier watercolor pencils, which are quite lovely. All right. And then I think that is it for the, oh no, I've got some more. So then this section is watercolor and ink. So then here I've got the Jane Davenport butterfly markers, which are just top-notch, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing. And then under that was, I don't even think they sell them anymore, these Michaels water brush markers. Not the loveliest things in the world. I do not have those anymore. And then this was just when I did a doodle video, and I did not use archival ink pen. Should have thought about that. And then I started coloring it in with some butterfly markers from Jane Davenport. Now I have another one in here somewhere that I have the whole page colored, and I used pencil. I didn't use pen at all on that, so I'll probably go back over it. This is a pocket folder from my LucindadoriPlanners Etsy shop. Just to have another pocket in there. Another little pocket insert from Jane Davenport. And then here is the one that I completely colored using Jane Davenport butterfly markers. Isn't it beautiful? I love those markers. So I'm going to turn that into something for my shop. I need to do that, and the other one too. Okay, and then I think that's probably the end of that section. And then we come to mixed media. And in the mixed media, I'm going to have different things. Paper is all that's in here right now, but eventually we'll have more things. So this has a quote that says, "This is but a This world is but a canvas to our imagination," by Henry David Thoreau. All right, and then here I've just got some different paper samples. So Walmart sketch, which didn't tell me what size or weight or anything it was, but you can fill the samples, and I can even practice things on there to see how they look. Strathmore Skills sketch, 50 pounds, 74 grams per meter square. A 99-cent store notebook that has some brown paper and plain paper. Strathmore Skills Mixed Media, 75 pound, 160 grams per meter square. Canson Mixed Media, 98 pounds, 160 grams. Strathmore Watercolor, 140 pound, 300 grams per meter square from the Better series. Strathmore Skills Watercolor, 140 pound, 300 grams per meter square, which, you know, that's really interesting. So this was the Skills one, and it has the same details, weight, and all of that as the Better series. I never noticed that. And then that's it. This is just more paper, another insert. Now this I'm going to use. It's beautiful. It's from my friend John Rush on YouTube. His Etsy shop is Peaky Dory Designs, and I got this from him. It's a Traveler's Notebook insert, and it was for June of 2017, and I was behind and didn't use this insert. I just got behind for June, and so I am going to use it to do some watercoloring on, because it actually, or different types of mixed media art, because it actually takes watercolor and paint very, very well, and ink and everything, because I have lots of inserts from him. So here's that, and there's the other side of that pocket, and some more paper, and another pocket from another, pocket dashboard from my friend. Nice, nice, nice. And then this is just a little information from Jane Davenport for her Butterfly Effect book, which is what this Traveler's Notebook is called. And then that is the end of the story. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a bit long, but there was a lot to show you, and I hope it gives you some ideas on how to, do some swatching of your art supplies and keep it all together. And then you can shop with this, and then whenever you need to buy things, you kind of know what you have and what you like, and there you go. Well, you guys, I'll talk to you next time. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because all of my subscribers get an additional discount. All right, everyone, until next time, happy planning.